Hey everybody. Welcome to the live stream. It was on my own silly fault that we're late and I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for patiently waiting and bearing with us as we figured it out. I was trying to get pictures from my old Switch off the little SD card, so I plugged it into my computer's USB and I've only got like 2 or 3 USBs, so I had to pull my camera USB off and I forgot to plug it back in. So I was thinking it was a software problem. Yeah, I'm so dumb. But thank you guys for waiting patiently. I am so sorry. Yeah. Yay, I'm glad you guys are excited. Hi. Yes. So, yeah, we've got a lot to go over tonight. We've got what we've read and we've got the giveaway and we've got exciting news for the giveaway as well. So, yeah. So you all know me. I'm Marg from Marg Reads Manga and I'm with Bizarre from Bizarre Individual.
Hi, everyone.
It was a good readathon. I had a great time. How about you?
I had such a good time. I am so glad that we got to do it again.
I am too.
Are we thinking a yearly thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Because
awesome.
yeah, a lot of people were asking me that. Like, if you do another one, I've got some more. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we do it last year or was it the year
Yes.
before?
I think we did it last year.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was the year before that we had to skip.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah.
thinking maybe like this one at the beginning of the year and then the Manga Freakathon in October.
Yeah. Spread it out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, Laura. Thanks for sticking with us. I saw you guys typing. Wish I could have participated in this, but I'm still kind of in a reading slump. Hey, no worries. There's always next year.
Yeah, I actually saw that and it's kind of funny. So this whole entire month, I purposely did not read any manga.
Oh, yeah.
For that reason, because I knew that I was getting kind of in a slump.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, I want to, So I purposely did not read anything for the whole entire month. I read a book, but I didn't read any manga. And then, yeah, you'll see in a second. I read a lot.
Yeah. Hi, Bo. I was rearranging my Zom collection. You better get those Berserk volumes off my Zom volume. Hi, Capricia. Hey, everybody's here. I was behind on the one-shot hype train, but I super enjoyed seeing everyone's reads. Oh, yeah. I will be ready for the next one. Yeah. We would definitely.
Look, Laura, I actually have a recommendation for you that I'm going to go over if you can get your hands on it. I think you'll love, but I'll talk about it here in a second.
I have a recommendation that I think she'll love too. So, yeah, I feel you guys did it last year. Yeah, we did. We skipped 1 year. I forget why, but because I feel like I went and bought one shot for that one. Yeah. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
I can't wait to see what you guys recommend. Okay, so do we want to just go over what we read? Do you want to do like the back and forth thing like we did last time?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
How many did you read? Let's see.
Did you want to like then after we go back and forth? Did you want to do like quickly like which ones we chose for each challenge, and then like that?
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
And then thinking like maybe like ask like which one surprises the most, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Which one was our favorite, least favorite? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I've got like 3 piles over here.
You want to 1, 2, 3? Go ahead and hold up everything that we read.
Sure. Okay. If I can do that. Some of these are big things. All right, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's going to be a picture. I'm taking a screenshot of that of this like.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be so. Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, we read a lot. I ended up going through everything that was on my TBR, and then I have no more one shots to read.
That's amazing.
So next, I'm just gonna have to build them up till next year and just not read them till next year. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
That's
Maybe, yeah, maybe you can get like a little basket to put them in, so it's not
like
on your
my
shelf.
cart. I'll just build them up on my cart again because I did have some of them just sitting there waiting. But yeah.
How do we want to start? Do you want to do our least favorite maybe and go from there, and that way we can end on a high note?
Okay, that works for me because, well, I've got a lot of least favorites. So
I only had 2.
Really?
Yeah. So I have 2, and then I have some 4 stars, and then all the rest 5. So
yeah.
Okay, you can go first.
All right. Let's see, least favorite. I'm gonna have to say this one, I guess. All right, this one was my least favorite.
I knew it.
It was a tie. It was kind of a no. This one was definitely my least favorite. I feel like I did not get through this. I think I read like the equivalent of a volume 1 in this, and then because this is a 3-in-1, so I did not get through the other ones. I'm like,
yeah.
I knew what it was about, but I read Junji Ito's No Longer Human. So
did you like that one?
I did because I don't know if it's just like his art or I mean the art in this was great. Like I didn't find a problem with the art. It's just I feel like the story was just way more depressing in this one, I feel like.
Did Junji Ito make it more like horror-ish? Is that why, maybe?
I feel he didn't really. It was just I don't know. This one's more like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like more philosophical, and I feel like his was more suspenseful, like what is this guy going to mess up next?
Yeah.
And this one, I don't know if it's because I knew kind of like what was going on or what would go on.
Yeah.
And I was just, it was, I don't even know why I picked this up and bought it because I don't like depressing reads. I like to be happy when I read. But I knew this was like a classic that a lot of people talked about, and the single volumes were going for such a high price on like anywhere you looked, so I was curious, and I should have never bought this. It's just not for me. A lot of people love it. It's just not my cup of tea. So.
Do you think I would like it?
You probably would.
I would. Okay.
Yeah. This guy just messes up everything in his life, just the decisions that he makes. And I don't really understand the motive behind or the unmotivation behind why he's messing things up for himself. So that I was just kind of like, what are you doing, man? Just, go to school. Go to school, and his father finds out he's not going to school and things like that. So his dad cuts him off from everything. And I'm like, dude, just go to school like your dad says.
So he kind of sabotages himself.
Yeah, he's a self-sabotager and he messes up everything. And I'm just like, I can't keep going with this.
Would you be interested in reading the novel, or are you just like, I'm done with this story now? Okay.
I'm done. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at this text. Let's see. Thank you. I heard that one was super heavy and depressing. It is. Laura, don't even go here because it's no. Let's see. I read the original No Longer Human for much cheaper. So a W. I don't know. For me, the story was a read once and don't come back to. Yeah, I feel that.
So you're just like done with it now.
I think maybe because I read Junji Ito's version, I'm just kind of like, I don't need any more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we need to make a video of comparing the three, but yeah.
Yeah. He was making himself life complicated. Yeah.
I love that. Completely changing the subject, but did you hear her new song?
No, what?
Yeah, she sings it with so she actually made like 2 new songs. and she sings it with this other like punk guy. You need to
Oh,
listen to it.
really?
It's so good. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna go look that up after the stream. How did I not know that?
Yeah. Well, I think it came out in January.
Oh, okay. Oh, I might have heard it. I don't know.
Of the original author. Story.
It's a fictional, but a lot of it's inspired by actual life of the author. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm just like, oh man, dude. So yeah, that just wasn't my cup of tea. It's not for me. I like happy endings and things like that, and I know this isn't going to end happy. So that was my fault for picking it up. What was your least favorite?
This one was also my fault. So pretty much everyone warned me that there's a lot of like sexual assault in this one. But I really enjoyed the company. It's a BL by and the company's Kuma, and I loved every single thing I've read by Kuma. This company, because they have like, I think I've shown you like I read one of them for Manga Freakathon, but they have like these beautiful like flaps and it's like it's thick paper. So like I just love this company so much. But they're like a newer BL company. But and everyone warned me. But so when I was reading this at first, it started off so funny and comedic, and it's about a guy that leaves a band, and then he joins another band, and it starts off really funny. It starts off with like a whole bunch of like groupies, and it's hilarious, and then it goes to like sexual assault, and I hated it.
The turn.
And I was and then when I was reading, I was just like, I don't know like why people were warning me about this, and then it just popped out of nowhere. So
and
like, then
that's why.
And then I'm not really big into gangs either, like gang stories. And
I'm not either.
There's a gang in there, which which my second most whatever has another gang in it, but we'll get to that. But you go first. I mean, you go next.
Okay. All right. My second least one, I guess it would have to be this one because it was another did not finish. It was Olympus.
Yeah.
I thought I'd love this because I love Greek mythology. I find it very fascinating, and the art is just beyond beautiful in this. But it was very philosophical and very like internal, like thinking and things like that, which I don't mind a little bit of, but it was like the whole thing in this. And I'm just like, I don't understand the point of why Apollo kidnaps the Prince of Troy and puts them in this garden, and he's all by himself. There's no way to escape. And he's just like, it's like an experiment or something for him. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Because I know he was like bored or whatever, but I'm like, how is this fascinating to you? I don't understand. And it was just so slow, but I mean, the art in it is absolutely beautiful. And a lot of people like really were surprised that I didn't like it. And a lot of people said this was one of their favorite one shots. And I'm just like, oh, cool. I'm like so pumped.
Good.
I read half of it, and then I got into the second half, and I'm like, oh, it's just more of the same. I'm like, he's just trapped in this garden by himself, and I'm like, I can't. I was expecting, I guess, more action. Like I said, I think in one of my Instagram stories, I'm like, I'm used to like, the 90s television with Xena and Hercules, and it was like action packed. And I read like I said, I'm very into Greek mythology, and a lot of it was like action heavy and stuff. This one was so not, and I'm like, I need something. So it just wasn't for me. Sorry if this was your favorite, but it's another one I'm like, no, I need something more. But the art was pretty.
I'm kind of nervous to read that one. But next up, this is the one that you that I got off of you. Let's go karaoke. I see why you unheld it. I was just like bored kind of all the way through. Like I said, I don't like gang stuff. It's pretty much about this this guy right here, and he's wealthy, so like he could literally hire anyone to like help him with his voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have any kids there, and he goes to a middle school to have this kid that's in choir, right?
Yeah.
Choir,
train him
how to sing, and I'm just like, why are you at a middle school?
Yeah,
like, you can hire it would okay.
You could hire like a professional.
Yeah, I was either bored out of my mind or I was creeped out.
Yeah, so, I was a little creeped out, but I did like the ending. I thought the ending was pretty good.
I think, I think honestly by that point though, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, so, like the whole first part of it was like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, so I think I gave this. I think I originally gave this 3 stars, but I think I'm bumping it down to 2. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of like,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I had high hopes for that one because I think it's by the same mangaka as Captivated by You.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love that one. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna love this one.
Oh, keep in mind, I love the art in this. It had a really good art. Actually, really to be fair, I love the art in this too. Yeah. Both had a really good art. So
just the story sucked.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, I was into the xenographic novels too. Love them. Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourselves.
So let me answer the H Field said Kuma books are always really nice quality.
Oh.
And then
oh yeah, here we go. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And then a good thing I didn't pick up. Yeah. I mean, then again, I always feel bad for. It has a really huge following, so a lot of people enjoyed it. So yeah. So don't just go off mine, but me personally, I did not like it. So, but and I feel because I there's another one after it called Encore, and I bought it, so I'm gonna read it, even though you told me that. I'm gonna read it, but okay. Wait, is it your turn?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next one that I didn't love and I thought I would be Stupid Love Comedy. I read the first volume of this a while back, and it was pretty good. I read it digitally, and then I found out they had this 3-in-1. So I'm like, okay, I'll read it. I read the whole thing through because I was still holding out hope that it would get better.
Yeah.
I did love the aspect that it was all about the manga industry, and I learned like quite a bit about it, but it wasn't funny to me, and there was barely any love. And I think I said also on my stories, I'm like, it doesn't have love or comedy, so it's just stupid.
Oh yeah, I was laughing so hard. I was like, laughing. It's stupid, and the way you said it too.
Stupid.
I lost it. I was laughing so much.
Yeah, I really wanted to like this so bad, but it like the mangaka has this editor, and she thinks he's like really hot, and he just finds her really annoying because she's always late on her deadlines and things like that. And I thought like the second volume they were going to get like he was going to catch feelings for her or something. That never happened. Like it did like one sentence he said like kind of gave you like hope, like, oh, maybe he does like her, but that was it. And I was like, really? That's all? And when I finished the end, I'm like, okay, is that really the ending?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to like it. The art was great. I did love this. I posted it on a post on my Instagram as well. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm there like all the time. So I did like this part where she's this is her assistant right here, and she's like telling him, what did she say? She said, quit insulting shoujo manga. It's not that easy moving the hearts of readers. Even if shoujo mangaka is sick, been dumped, or doesn't have a love life, they've worked their asses off to excite the reader in some way. So don't make fun of it. And he's all bowing down. He's like, yes, ma'am. I just thought that was so funny because a lot of guys make fun of shoujo manga, and it's really good. Like if they just give it a chance, there's a lot of great shoujo out there. So I just love this like panel, and that's the only thing I loved about this. So, but I did learn a lot about like the industry and like the editor mangaka like relationship back and forth. I thought was really cool.
Yeah. So, Laura, like, take either one of us, but I loved that manga. I thought it was so good. I gave it 4 stars. I don't know. I loved it. I loved it. I love, so the love was in it. I was laughing. The comedy was in it, and yeah. But yeah, I just love I love anything learning about the industry, and I don't know. I really enjoyed it, but I also read it at work, so I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Maybe like read the first volume online and see if you like it.
See, that's what I did, and then I fell for it. Maybe read like the first 2 online and see what you think.
Okay, so if you can find it for a good cheap deal, then maybe get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But is there any other comments?
It might just be just me, not the title for stupid love comedy line. Yeah, I was expecting like lots of funny stuff and like love, and I'm like, I didn't get any of that.
Don't feel divided at all. Like, one, I think you have more like your tastes align a lot more.
Yeah.
Because you don't like, but then again, that's nothing like depressing or anything, So,
yeah, it wasn't depressing or anything. It just I thought their relationship would progress, and it didn't. So I was kind of disappointed. Shoujo manga is my favorite. Mine too. Yes, the first series I have ever read and watched, and I was immediately reread and finishing the final volume. I'm rereading the extras for the series. Is that for Stupid Love Comedy or?
Yeah, what?
You guys talking about Haikyuu up there?
Oh, Haikyuu, okay. Of course.
Oh, okay. I missed something. I'm sorry. I think my library may have it, so I'll check it. There you go.
Yeah,
check out
yeah, perfect. Okay, so remember this one right here? You told me that to let you know.
Yeah.
I would pass. I don't think you like it. I would pass. I think you should pass.
Okay. Yeah, I read the first chapter, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so if you can hear my dog scratching, I'll let her in here in a second. But so pretty much I was okay. So first off, I did enjoy this one. I liked it, but I was disappointed. Mainly because it's like kind of down the list because I put him Shumo Shimi on a pedestal, and I didn't think this was very psychological, and I love like his like mind twists and turns. To me, this one was just more of it's about a boy that doesn't have any hair, so his family's like, you need to man up, and pretty much forces him to join the swim team. And then there's the boys right here. And then there's this girl that has a lot of body hair and feels self-conscious about it, but she loves to swim. And so they kind of just form this understanding of each other that they're not like in the norm, and they kind of just like help each other out. But it didn't go any further than that. It wasn't even like anything sexual. It wasn't like I don't know, it just wasn't. It didn't make it to the next level like a Shomei Shimi like I like. I like it like he goes crazy and bizarre and twisted, and I love that. But
yeah, like the psychological stuff. So
yeah. So this was definitely like I still enjoyed this more than what's that weird one with the brothel and all that?
Oh, Devil something.
Devil Ecstasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than that. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it was my least favorite one shot by him.
Yeah. I agree. Oh, hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Let's see.
Let me let my dog in.
Okay. see, unfortunately, I haven't cared much for any of the Shuzo Oshimi that I've read. Usually kept my attention enough to finish them, but every time I'm like, that was fine. Yeah, my favorite Shuzo Oshimis are Blood on the Tracks. That's like my top from him. I like Flowers of Evil and Happiness. And that's pretty much it. I've read Inside Mari, didn't really like that one as much.
My favorite one.
That's your favorite one? I can't remember any others. Is that all that he's? I haven't read Devil's Ecstasy. I was just not interested.
Did you mention Happiness? That one's your favorite, isn't it?
Happiness, yeah, I like that one. Oh, Tony says that Inside Mario was her favorite too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
maybe because I didn't understand the ending as well. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm like, what? What did I just read?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I think mine was Inside Mari. Then Flowers of Evil. Then Blood on the Tracks for me. So.
Yeah.
But I love Blood on the Tracks. Just as probably the same amount.
Yeah.
Still think.
Laura, she's like, I still think the last volume of Blood on the Tracks is weird because it's not red. Yeah, that's because it like had a time jump. So now we're like into another, like I heard someone say that the first 12 were like a prologue or something. And
that's
we're
gonna be too crazy.
Story.
That's gonna be insane.
Like,
well, if you kind of, we're going on a side thing, but if you kind of think about it, 2 of his other series did that, but just shorter. Kind of like Happiness, kind of like split. And then Flowers of Evil split too.
It did.
So I feel like maybe this one, because I feel like he enjoys doing that. So this one might be split, but like a longer split.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like the time jump was a lot bigger in Blood on the Tracks.
Oh, I haven't made it that far yet. I'm excited.
Oh really? Oh, I need the 14. Yeah, I thought the same thing when I first saw it, and then when I read it, I'm like, oh, okay.
I need to get back to it.
Yeah.
I just like to have them stacked for a while.
Yeah, because I read mine as soon as they come in, and it's like done like that. I'm like, well, dang it.
Yeah, I used to do that, and I regretted it every time. I'm just like, nope, I'm gonna wait until I get like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I might check out Blood on the Tracks and then just watch Flowers of Evil. Oh, I didn't know they had an anime.
Yeah. Just letting you know, the ending to Flowers of Evil anime is completely different than the manga. So.
Oh, interesting. I'm definitely gonna watch it then. Because I'm a small camp of people who actually think the rotoscope in the anime adds a nice, creepy, eerie factor.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I'm dumb. I don't know what rotoscope is. Yeah, the Oshimi time skips are always really interesting. They are. Yeah.
Which is weird is that's a trope I don't like. It's like a time skip. But with all of his, I loved it.
Yeah. With his, it works.
Well, and I also feel like they're intentional. Like, I feel like he knows that when he starts. Like, I feel like if, like, well, in, like, TV and stuff, like in TV shows, when there's a time skip, I feel like it's just, they ran out of material.
Lazy, yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, well, we still need to make another season, so let's have this time skip. So that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, lady. Oh, wait, is it my turn?
I
don't know.
Oh, no, we just talked about Oshimi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's see. My next one, I guess is this one, Skygrazer. The first chapter was like, what in the world is this? It's about these kids like trying to steal porno mags from the trash can that a neighbor threw away. I'm like, what is this? And then the next one was about like a filming. So I thought it was a short story collection. It is not. They're all connected. And by the time you get to the end, you're like, oh, okay. I was kind of bored through most of it. There were 2 chapters that I absolutely thought were hilarious, and I loved them so much. It was about these detectives, and they're trying to figure out why this guy died in his bed with his shoes off. And was it his shoes off or on? I don't know. But there was a lot of weird things, and the mop was like next to his bed, and they're trying to figure out how in the world he did this. So she is making this other detective like crawl through this tiny window to see, there he is right here, trying to see like if he can like land like the guy did in his bed, and he falls through the roof like 2 times, and she's like, okay, I think I figured it out, you need to slide down this other roof and see if you can fall through the bottom half of this window. So he does it, and he's all like bloodied up and stuff, and then they get this, spoiler alert, they get this phone call saying he died of natural causes. I was crying laughing when that happened, because this guy was like, wait, what? And he actually does like slide down the roof. You can see him sliding down the roof, and there's this gap between the buildings, and he actually makes it through the window and falls in the bed, and he's like, oh my gosh, it actually worked. And yeah, that's when they get the phone call saying like he died of natural causes, and they're just like, the girl's just like, oh, okay. And then he's like, what? You made me do all that. And that was hilarious to me. I love that chapter. And then there was another chapter that was similar, of them trying to figure out this guy's like death. Like they think he was like assassinated, and he wrote something on the ground in his blood, and it was like ego. It said ego, or it looked like it said ego, but they're also trying to figure out like, well, maybe it's like it means this, or they were saying, well, your last name ends in EGO, so maybe it's trying to write your name. And like, well, your name starts with EGO, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So she gives these point systems to the people that I'm like, oh, okay, point against you though, because that makes sense. And it goes through this whole thing, and they're like, she gets another phone call, and I forget what it was this time, but it wasn't anything they were talking about. And that was just so funny to me. I would just read this volume just for those 2 chapters alone. But the last chapter got really dark, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there was some like incest and like rapey things happening. I'm like, what in the world? So it was a very wild ride, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know if I like this or not. Like, I'm on the fence. Like, I really love those 2 chapters because they were just hilarious, and it was my kind of comedy. But the rest of it was like, so I don't know. I think I give this like 3 stars, and usually a 3-star means bye-bye, it's leaving the collection, but I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, if this is by the same mangaka that does Heavenly Delusion, and Heavenly Delusion is way different than this. The sense of humor though is still the same in Heavenly Delusion. It's just, now I'm hoping that Heavenly Delusion doesn't go like really dark places, like, you know, incest or rape. So yeah, so that's Sky Grazer.
It sounds really interesting.
I mean, yeah. Sky Grazer was wild. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'm selling off the volume. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. It'll probably happen at some point when I need like space in my collection. So it sounds interesting. It really was. Let's see. The mangaka for Sky Grazer is the same manga. Yep, it is. It was a wild read. Oh my goodness. What was your next one?
It's called Hooked on You. It is I think it's like it's not even a manga, it's more of a, I think she's might be French or something. I don't know. But this is her first work ever. And she even talks about like how she apologizes. I originally gave this 5 stars, but then when I thought about it, I bumped it down to a 4. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much about a whole bunch of like gaming otakus. So like I love that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the reason why I bumped it down is because like the ending, I was very confused, and I don't even remember the ending. What happens? Yeah. But yeah, when I first started, I absolutely loved it, and I think it's like really neat that it was like her first work ever, and
yeah, the art looks really cool.
Yeah, I love the art. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have no idea why that it's called Hooked on You, and no idea why there's fishing poles on it. There's no fishing. Like it's
No
their
fishing.
they love video games, so like I don't get why they're I don't, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
How many do you have left?
Oh god. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.
9? Okay, do another one because I only got 4 left.
Okay, so altogether I read 13 and my goal was 14. So I feel like I did a pretty good job. So
nice.
Almost 2 a day.
Yeah.
So this one I gave 4 stars. It is I wanted to kind of put it with the next one too. Do you want me? Can I just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called Honey Darling. It is a BL about Sublime. I read this one to kind of like cheer myself up. Like one day I was kind of down, so I was like, okay, well I need some like cheering up. So I read this. It was so funny, so comedic. It's about a veterinarian. He's a veterinarian, and but when I was reading it, there was a chapter where they went to a client's dog's funeral. So that was like super depressing. And I was reading with all my dogs around me, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna skip. So I like skimmed the pages to after the funeral, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. We just pretend like that's not in there. So I gave this 4 stars. I thought it was really funny. I really recommend it. It's I think it's out of print. It was in one of their earlier works by Sublime. It was in, I believe it was printed in 2012. So but so I was like, okay, well, I wanted to read. Just messed up my screen. Hold on. Do I look the same?
Yeah.
I just like minimize my screen. I don't know how to make it bigger. But anyways, but so I read this, which is by my favorite mangaka ever, which is Clamp, and I just decided to keep going with the whole entire. I gave this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It's pretty much about this this chick right here, and she's a snow goddess, and it's pretty much about her and people hunting and killing all of her friends, which are animals. So I was like, I'm just gonna go this. So this didn't happen, and then I went to read this one, and a whole bunch of other animals died. I'm just over here like, okay, I'm just gonna cry now. I give up. But this has, I guess it's out of print, so I can show it. It just has like beautiful art. I think it's fantastic. I just love this so much. I mean, even though it was like dark and depressing, it was just so like. Try not to spoil anything, but it was just so it was very like pretty, and it was kind of like it was like really like kind of like fantasy, and like I don't know, it was really good. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. So
that looks really cool.
Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it. It's really good.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I think she's talking about how many we read. Oh. I just found it on Sakio B. I'm going to try it. Okay. The Honey Darling. Okay, the Honey Darling one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Okay, my next one is Embrace Your Size, My Own Body Positivity. We read this one on a reading sprint, and it was a lot of fun. It was super cute. I love the illustrations and the message in this. And we, if you want to hear a lot of our thoughts on it, go check out that video. I'll try to remember to leave the link in the description. But yeah, it was just really good. And her art is so precious. I just love it. And yeah, it was a great read and a great reminder about be nice to yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what she said. I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah. It was a lot of fun to go check that out, and just even when you're watching it back, you can just pick something to read with us. So
yeah.
But yeah, I gave this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Did you ever get to watch that movie?
I didn't, but I found where I could find it, or I
Okay.
found where I could watch it, and I'll probably watch it this weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know.
So it sounds funny.
Hey.
All right. I got 3 left. So how many you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 left, and all of them are 5 stars. So.
Okay. Then you can do 2 for every one of mine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Go
Go ahead.
Okay. I guess this is called Times 2. It is a Laura. This is one that I was talking about that I think you'd really enjoy. It's I'm sure it's out of print. It's an old oh, it's a Viz. It's not even Shoujo B.
Oh wow.
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
But it's a whole bunch of it's 5 short shoujo stories, and I was really surprised because I know you really enjoy short stories, but like sometimes for me, it's like not enough to get me into them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not popular, but my least favorite is like romance. But I don't know what it is, but like these short stories were just so like entertaining, and some of them are funny, some of them were like just they were so good. I can't, but like they all had like a really good ending. They all were just really entertaining, and I really enjoyed all 5 of them. So I really recommend this if you like shoujo. Yeah. So times 2.
Cool. Times 2.
And then I guess I'll do this one. Between the sheets. This was one of this was one of the challenges. This was a reread for me, and I'm so glad that I reread it because I enjoyed it even more the second time. I picked up on more stuff. It is pretty much about toxic relationships, whether it's a friendship or if it's like a relationship. I even tabbed a place that I thought was wild. I don't even know if I should share it because I'm weird, but it's pretty much talking about. I guess it's out of print, so I can show it. It's pretty much about this chick right here, and she's she cheats on her boyfriend, and and then she was like, well, her like philosophy is if you care about someone, just make sure that they know that you are not cheating on them. So that's like if you love someone, then that's the least that you can do to make sure that you never get caught. So that's like her mindset. So one you will hate this, but anyway.
Yeah.
This chick over here is well, she claims that she's in love with her, and but then she goes and she sleeps with all of her boyfriends behind her back. And so it's one of those like messy stories where like everyone is just bad.
Yeah.
Like so hold on. So she's cheating on her boyfriend anyways with with other guys. And then she's saying that she's best friends with her and sleeping with all of her boys. It's a mess.
Wow, that does sound like a mess.
Yeah, so and then claims that she loves her, but I really think it's just like a fascination because, like, if you really love someone, you're not going to go sleep with them.
Sounds like she wants to be just like her, just like her.
Yeah, it's a mess. I love it so much. I'm awful. Okay.
I think Laura was talking about X2, I think.
Oh, X2, yeah. Like the cover is so, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is a cute cover.
And I just noticed it wasn't Shoujo Beat. I thought it was like an older Shoujo Beat title, but it's not.
Yeah. It's like the old Shoujo. All right. The next one I read was, or actually the next one. These were, I believe, yeah, the Embrace Your Size, and then everything else is 5 stars for me. So this next one is Zelda Majora's Mask. I thought it was just Majora's Mask, and then I got through Majora's Mask. I'm like, wait, it ended. What is this other thing? It says right on the cover, A Link to the Past. Didn't even see that. So it was 2 stories in this one, and it was really good. I really enjoyed both of them. I played Majora's Mask back when it came on the N64. So it was cool to like relive that game and not have to like mess around with like the game mechanics in that game. Like the whole 3 days to do something, and it was cool to see them flesh out the story too, and I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I don't remember Link to the Past as much. Oh, now I do. That one was a really good story too. And Link makes a friend in it, and I thought that was so cute. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's a must for any Zelda fan, I feel like, and yeah, highly, highly recommend.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering on that one about like the I was always wondering like the thickness because the single is like skinny, so I was wondering why like some of them are skinny, some of them are so
some of them had like 2 parts. Like the Ocarina of Time was just one of these.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was Majora's Mask, which is this one. And then I'm like, oh wait, nope.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the box set to that one. Not like the expensive, neat looking one, but like the box set to all the singles because it's like $60 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, does X2 have a creator name or anything? Do they have like a mangaka?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's by the same mangaka.
Is this one we're talking about?
Shoko Akira.
Yeah, and then if you want to ever pause it, hold on. Can you see that good or no?
I'll write it in the comments.
Yeah, if you want to pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. I think you'd really enjoy the stories.
My my library keeps showing me X-Men stuff. Oh, X2. Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Cool. See, the only thing I find is scans because it's so rare. Yeah. Maybe check Pango Books because I feel like I saw that recently on Pango Books.
I'm gonna look it up on eBay because I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
It's just gone from. Wait, are you doing 2 as well, or?
Nope, it's your turn to do 2.
Okay. So let's get. I guess I'm just going to do both of them together.
Okay.
So I gave both these BLs 5 stars. This one right here is pretty much just reminded me of my childhood and growing up, and yeah, as you can see, I tabbed it and I absolutely loved it. And then this one right here is dark and depressing, just like I like it. You would absolutely hate it. It's very religious, and this one's by Kuma as well, and I gave it 5 stars. It's the beautiful, But yeah, it's pretty much about this boy that pretty much grows up in like a really religious home, and he like runs away, and I really want to ruin the ending, but I'm not going to. But that's why I need to stop talking about it. But if you are into BLs, I highly recommend that one. Just make sure that you go into it knowing that you're going to be very sad and depressed at the end. But yeah.
Oh, it's by the same creator as Monkey High. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought the art looked familiar, but I'm like, maybe it's just because it's that old classic art.
Oh yeah, you can kind of tell because the Monkey High, like the eyes.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like he looks like that guy looks exactly like the main male character in that.
Yeah, I can see it now. And then that chick looks like the chick.
Yeah, the main female. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monkey High was like one of my first ones that I was checking out when I got into manga. I was like, well, this looks cute.
Yeah,
and I like monkeys. Wow, that's a good price for being an OOP title. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on Pango Books. Go check it out.
Pango Books,
yeah. They got some good out of print that's not like crazy high. Cool. I love the covers. Yeah. Okay. My next one was my reread one. I forget which one was my old. I forgot to mention. I think this one was Was it this one? No, I think it was this one that was the oldest one on my shelf. And then my newest one was my number 1. So, but this one was my reread. So it's The God's Lie. I saw a bunch of you guys like reading this. So I'm like, I think it was Captivated by You. I traded it to read this because I'm like, oh, I haven't read this in like probably 2-3 years. So I was like, let me read this one, and I still love it. And I actually caught things in the beginning because I knew kind of like what was going to happen like later on, and it was really neat to see like some foreshadowing of that, and I really enjoyed that. So still a good read. This is by the same mangaka that does The Golden Sheep, and if this mangaka has any more, I just take my money because her series are just so good, so good.
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
excited. Like, I need to reread that one since you
it
said that
was
you
good.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I mean, I have the Golden Sheep, but I've never read it.
Oh, it's
It's
good.
really
It's
good.
like if you like this one, you'll love Golden Sheep as well. It's kind of like I feel like it's the same kind of tone as
Yeah.
this one. Kind of melancholy, but has like a hopeful kind of happy ending.
Okay.
So yeah, so I really enjoyed this. And the father in this is complete trash, garbage. I hated him even more in this, I feel like, than the first time around, but yeah, highly recommend. Let's see, a home far away was tragic and sad, and my God,
Yes.
the art is gorgeous. I've
The
never
art.
seen
Yeah.
the manga. Yeah.
I will get anything by that mangaka because the art is just so stunning.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I mean, like just look at like just like the back cover. Like look at the feet and like in the car, and look at the background,
Yeah,
the sky.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't want to show inside because it's. Oh, I'll just show this page. But yeah, like look how
Yeah,
gorgeous
that's,
it is. And then like just look at the sky in the background. It's so
I
like I
know,
love it.
right?
It's so pretty. But
You
yeah,
look so happy. It's like I need that one. You do, Laura. You would actually really like it. I feel like.
yeah,
Everyone says it's so good. It really is,
I
and so
love
is
it.
the Golden Sheep. If you haven't read that one, I think you'd really enjoy that one as well.
Yeah,
All right, you got how many left? Two.
yeah. I have two left.
Okay,
Do you have any more left?
I've got one.
Okay. Did you want me to just do one, and then you can do yours, and I can finish off?
Okay.
Okay, I'll just
Oh,
do.
Laura said she ordered it.
So,
We're bad, bad.
the the the
The
the
X2,
Shrimp
I
one,
think. I
the
think she said the X2.
the X2, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me know, and I'm ready to reread it already. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one is the same one as
Oh yeah.
the Let's Go Karaoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know if this is a female or male mangaka?
I'm not sure.
All I know is that they're obsessed with like did this take place in high school or middle school?
I believe it was high
High
school. It
school.
could be
Okay.
middle school though, I think.
I
What's
don't know.
the mangaka's name? Oh, here it is. Found it. Japanese manga artist. It's a girl.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of learned. So yeah, I loved this, and you recommended it, and I went out and got it. It's like
Yeah.
this was so funny, and so
It
it
was. I
was
loved it.
so bizarre. Like it's pretty much short stories, but they all kind of connect, and they all have the same characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of fun. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
I did too. I was gonna reread it, and then I'm like, no, I'll probably reread it next year for my reread one.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks
Really
like
enjoyed
this
it.
mangaka has another one in the works currently. It's called
Ooh.
Hoshi in the Girl's Garden. So I'm curious. Like, I'd be interested
Yeah,
to
I'm
know
very
more
curious
about
because
that.
one was a flop, one was a win. So I'm wondering
Yeah,
how the third one's going to be.
yeah.
Do you know who's going to publish it?
I don't know. I don't know if
Is it
like
Yen Press?
let's see.
I really like this hardcover too with the flap.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Josei series. I don't know. It doesn't say, but it's going on right now in Japan. I don't know
Okay.
if it's a one shot or what, but the premise sounds pretty funny. He says Hoshi Sensei is a Japanese language teacher at an all girls school, is at the mercy of his students and colleagues. Students challenge him to their Shitori word games illustrated in their daily notes. convince him to bring a dog into the classroom and seek his advice on becoming a manga artist, while colleagues drag him along on their rounds to the pub. Matter of fact, interactions between a cast of unique characters make for an offbeat comedy. I want that.
I'm gonna love it. That's gonna be, that's gonna be right up my alley. I already
It
know.
sounds so funny.
Well,
And
yeah, there's just so many tropes that you just named that I love.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is an anime. Hold on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm reading this off my anime list. So, okay. Oh wait, there's a volume 2, so it's probably a manga, and they made it into an anime. Well, maybe we'll get that.
Hopefully.
I hope so. That sounds hilarious.
And I love how didn't you say it's like about writing manga?
Writing manga, and he brings a dog to school,
and there's a dog. Yes.
It sounds like he's been pushed around by his students and his coworkers.
And it's a comedy. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. It's like, I need to read more one-shots. The only one I read is Haru's Curse. That's a good one, though. Haru's Curse is really good. So you read a really good one. I believe. Yep. Right you are. All right. So my number one read of this readathon, which kind of took me by surprise because I was going to pass on this, but it was Mermaid Scales and the Town of Sand. And I was going to pass on this because when I flipped through it, the art is not like, like my typical go-to. It's very minimalistic, and I don't know. It's just very, very different. But as you get into the story, that kind of melts away and you get into it. And it's really good. It's kind of like a very chill mystery read that, it's not scary. It's just this girl that moves to this town from Tokyo. So she's moving to this small seaside village where it's got like a close, like small village vibe. And she's trying to figure out if mermaids are real or not, because there was one instance where she was drowning in the ocean, and she swears like a mermaid saved her. And so she's trying to figure it out because there's a lot of mermaid lore around this town and things like that. So it was really good. It's kind of like, I don't want to say slice of life, because I feel like it was like it gave you more than just, a slice of life kind of story. It had so much more going for it. I really loved the characters. The male lead and the female lead were very compelling, and she's so adorable and sweet. So you're just like rooting for her the whole entire time. Like, I hope she finds her answer. And it's just so good. And the ending was really good. The ending was very interesting, and it was like, we got an ending, but in a way we didn't get an ending. You know what I mean? It's like, well, because you got to look at the like the panels really well, because then you're like, well, do mermaids exist or do they not? So it was really interesting. I really love the lore around the town and everything. So I highly, highly recommend this if you're looking for a chill coming of age mystery story that will keep you very interested. I read this in one sitting.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I got very upset when people like when my kids came up, she's like, Mama. I'm like, no, I gotta keep reading. So, but yeah, I highly recommend it. Laura, I think you'd really love this one. Yeah, I'm so happy I didn't pass on this one. I picked it up.
So. I'll get it this month. I'll order it. Like, that sounds so good.
It was awesome. Like, I love the mystery and the lore, and them trying to figure out, and her trying to figure out how to live, like, because she moves with her dad because her mom, I think her mom disappears on them or something. So he moves to this town to try to take care of her, and it's just them trying to figure out their relationship, and her trying to figure out relationship, trying to get, break through this friend group that's been there for like, since, kindergarten or whatever. They grew up together. So it's just her trying to figure out her place in the world, and it's so good. It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's got a lot going for it, and I think a lot of people would really like it.
What's the retail value on it? I'm just wondering.
Um,
Add it to my list. I spent way too much money.
it's $20. Yeah, $19.99.
Probably like
yeah.
cheaper on right stuff.
Yeah, it's by Viz. Oh yeah, it's got like French flaps. It's just nicely done. It's got like the matte with the glossy.
Yeah, it's pretty much like it's so thick. It's more like 2-in-1.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's a 2-in-1. So yeah, so good. So that was my favorite read. Let's see. The manga with a tired male teacher with a female student shenanigans is pretty popular in Japan as one. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. I'm so curious about that one. Yeah, I think you'd really like it. Oh, okay. I've heard of like My Anime List, but I didn't know they had like manga and light novel stuff too. Interesting. Yes, it's on my list. Okay, cool. And any of their series have been adapted. Oh, okay. At least it's a big manga for that price. It is. Yeah. I feel like the price tag, like actually, like it's worth it because the story is just so well written.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, like I always have trouble buying like hardcovers or like bigger volumes because of the price. But then if I think about it, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. But yeah, so my final one is my Broken Marika.
Yeah, Mariko.
Yeah, and this one was so sad, and I just loved the artwork in it. I really felt like it, like her facial expressions, like in it when she's pretty much her best friend dies, and she has to go get the ashes from her family that's abusive. And so whenever she goes and gets the ashes, she has to kind of like fight for them, and her facial expressions getting the ashes is just like,
that whole thing.
Yeah, it's intense. Yeah, I cried through this. But yeah.
So and you were in Barnes and Noble reading that too, weren't you?
I was at Starbucks. But yeah, I was going to go over that in my challenge section because I didn't say what challenge was for what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to do that part first, or did you already do that, or?
Let's see. This one was I was only able to do 3 of the challenges because I was going to read outside somewhere new, and it was raining like all weekend. I'm like, huh? But this one was my newest one shot because I feel like I bought this like a week before the readathon.
Yeah.
So this is my newest one. And I'm pretty sure this was my oldest one because this has been on my shelf for, I don't know, probably close to like when I started reading anime back in like 2018.
I remember it being in like your first collection thing. Yeah.
And then this was my reread. So I got 3 out of 5. So not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did all 5 because, but keep in mind, I don't have kids, and I also took a week off for my birthday. So that's why I could actually do it. So, but yeah, so this was my oldest one shot. I don't know like what my actual oldest one shot is, but this was my oldest one shot in my one shot
collection.
Yeah, in my one shot like on my one shelf, this was my oldest. So I counted that as that. And really glad that I read it because I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah.
This was my newest one, which I actually saved like for like 3 whole months. I saved like all my one shots. I knew I was going to be doing this, so I could have done a lot. Pretty much I got about four or 5 of them at the same time as this one. So but yeah, I counted this one. This was my reread, and like I said, so glad that I reread it because I loved it even more. Oh, I just noticed. So for the challenge, every single one I gave a 5-star to. So it been really good. So these two kind of go hand in hand. So I went to Starbucks. Like I went to Starbucks, and then when I got there, it started. I was going to read this. Started pouring down rain, so I didn't want to get my book wet. So I read this in the parking lot. So I have read in Starbucks parking lot before, but I have not read at that summit. So this could be counted as reading in a new place.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
or I could have counted it as reading outside because I was outside. I was in my car, but you can kind of count that. Or so then this one, the next day I went, and keep in mind I was hungover, but I was like this because I went out Friday night for my birthday. But I was like, no, I need to finish this challenge. I only have one more left in the challenge, so I was like, I'm going to go. And around 7 o'clock, I made myself get out of bed. I did not want to move.
7 a.m. Oh.
Yeah, so like 7 p.m. And I drove down to Starbucks. And luckily, like it was a Saturday, so I was thinking it was going to be busy, but like hardly anyone was there. Thank God. Yeah. So because I have I ordered my drink. I tried something new. I went outside and I read this. So this could be outside or someplace new.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
These could be either one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just had such a good time. But yeah.
Nice. Tony said she said I read both the top picks and love them. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the art in Broken Mariko. Yeah. The idea of the plot and the idea of the plot, but for some reason I wasn't connecting very much with the characters. Still a quality story though. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt bad for the friend that was left behind.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is some dedication.
Yeah. It was bad.
I chose not to read outside because it's oh no.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's too cold. Yeah, I don't blame it. Did you get snow? Reading Broken Mariko that early in the morning. Phew. See, or am I thinking of when you got snow last month? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was raining outside, so I'm like, well, I should have did it earlier in the week when it wasn't raining. But yeah, I had a great time. I read some great things. I'm clearing out a whole bunch of stuff from my collection that just needs to go to a new home. Just because it wasn't for me doesn't mean it was bad. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess do you want to do the giveaway parts? Or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So before I forget, so I am making a blog for the Readathon. So if you want more in-depth thoughts of me after I read it and stuff, I'm going to post that and scheduling it not for this Sunday because I have a haul video coming up this Sunday, but the following Sunday is going to be the vlog for the one-shot readathon. So
nice.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
And you already made your vlog on Instagram.
I did. I'm like, I'll just do it on Instagram because I'm like, there's no way I can edit all this together.
Yeah, so if you don't see it, it's because I gave up on editing.
Yeah. There was a blizzard on the 8th, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
It's so cold. It's supposed to be spring.
That's crazy because it was so nice outside today. I literally sat on the porch like all day long today. So
all right, here we go. We have our wheels. So the thing was you had to be subscribed to me and Bazaar and our YouTube and our Instagram, and you had to leave a comment on our reading sprint video answering the question that we asked at the end of the video. And there were 3 of you that did that. 3 of you that answered the question and commented. So guess what? All 3 of you are winners. So we're just going to spin the wheel to see who gets to pick from the pile of manga. So originally we had these 2 that we were going to, well, let's see if I can do them face in the right direction. We are going to give away Hello World, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. But since there was so many that I just kind of DNF'd or didn't like or whatever, you have the chance to pick from one of these if you so choose. So all 3 of you are winners. Like I said, I feel like I'm missing one. Am I missing one?
Yeah, I think you decided not to do the Sky Grazer one.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. But if you guys want if one of you wants the Sky Grazer one, then you are more than welcome to. I feel like this would eventually leave my collection. So you're more than welcome to pick any one of these. So, like I said, just because I didn't like it doesn't mean it's bad. So here are the manga that you can pick from. So yeah, we're just going to spin the wheel to see who gets to pick first. So we have Laura from Laura A. Grace. We have Michelle Yates, I think is her last name, and I think that's her username on YouTube. And then we have Kitty Cat. I think Ergo Kitty Cat. So those are our winners. So yeah, Laura, it's like, what? I know you guys were just so great, and I just wanted to let you guys know again. Yeah. So it's like, isn't that what? Oh, pile of shame. Yeah, that's what Jacob calls it. So, but yeah. So let's spin the wheel to see who gets to pick first. I think I saw Michelle in here, but I don't know if she's still in here. I haven't seen Kitty Cat though. So I'll have to message them on Instagram. Who goes first? Is it Laura?
Yeah, it's the closest, don't you think?
Laura! Laura, you get to pick first. So just let me know. If you know what you want now, then tell me. If not, just message me on Instagram and you get to take your pick. Yay!
Congratulations. Oh, hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle's still here.
Michelle's still here. Did you hear? You win. So we're going to see who picks the next one. No pressure. Yeah. Oh, I think it's going to be Michelle. Boop. Michelle, you get to pick second. So we have, let's see. I was thinking of I want to eat your pancreas. Okay. Well, let me know your final picks, and then Kitty, Ergo Kitty Cat, you can pick last. And yeah, congratulations, you guys! Thank you so much for participating and commenting on our readathon, and thank you all for like posting and sharing your videos and everything with us. It made it so much fun. Michelle told me that was one of her faves, and I still haven't read it yet, so I'll go with that one. Okay, so Laura has picked I want to eat your pancreas, so I'll make a note of that.
So Michelle, if you want to pick right now, your final one, you can.
Yep, you can if you want.
Which I'm actually curious what it is, so that's why I'm like.
I'm like, here's the pile again. We've got Hello World, Sky Grazer, No Longer Human, Olympus, and Stupid Love Comedy. But yeah, you are so welcome, you guys. Congrats. Thank you guys for hosting. This event is always fun, especially seeing how many one-shots there are. So I'm going to be saving up all my one-shots over the next year until we have this again. So yeah, it'll probably be around the same time, because I think we have it in April around your birthday every year, right?
Yeah. I don't remember when we had it last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like it was in the springtime sometime.
Yeah.
So save up all your one shots for the spring. And yeah.
Unless of course you save up too many, then
yeah, then maybe knock a few off. Oh, okay. She says Hello World. Okay, great.
And is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer? So she's picking a Hello World. I will put your guys' name on these. That way I don't send the wrong thing to the wrong people. All right.
I'll message Kitty Cat right now.
Yeah. Don't forget about good choice. Yeah, those are pretty good. I like them both, but your girl's running out of space. So I can't keep everything, but it was a very interesting story. I think you'll really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys had a great time, and I know we did. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you around Instagram and YouTube.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.